Hey YouTube, how's it going? Welcome back to episode 4 of our survival let's play. In today's episode, I'm going to do a lot more time-lapse style videos and then just narration over the top because we're going to go ahead and finish our spawn area, as you can see from the title. Um, and so to start that out, actually, when I built this, I wasn't planning on abandoning the spawn area, but I found a real nice area to build in that just got me super inspired. So we're gonna go ahead and move to that. But so, anyways, we start this off with a little time lapse of me building um, our, I guess, like starter storage. Although episode 4, not really starter anything at this point, but it's our storage room for the spawn area. For the style for this one, I went for like sort of a medieval. So yeah, so I have the castle built already, the castle tower there built. I went for kind of like a medieval, not church, but just, I don't know, part of a castle, I guess. Um, Decided not to go for the same like gradient that I went for on another building because I end up going for a gradient with a roof. That's kind of been the craze for me the past couple weeks. It's just been doing gradients in Minecraft. I think it kind of works well. I'm not 100% sold on the roof design for this one, but it was fun to try. So I'm gonna stop rambling, throw on some music, and you guys can finish watching this time lapse. All right, so as I said, went for kind of a gradient with a roof. I'm not thrilled with the way that it turned out, but this is our spawn area, so I'm not too worried about it. Looking back on the footage now, definitely going a bit heavy on the gradients, although that's okay. It's, I'm experimenting a bit. We'll see. At this point, I don't quite have the interior finished, but I still have to finish the rest of the roof, and in the next clip, I believe I do a bit of live narration there, so that should be a bit better. All right, so we're back. We've done and finished. Kind of finished the interior. I've got all the chests good and labeled. I'm gonna start to move my stuff over from there now. Um, Exterior details not done, although the scaffolding. Well, the roof is done though. So let's just get up here and take a good look. Should be high enough. Yeah, so I kind of want to just mix it. The gradient's not perfect. I might go in and do a little bit more. But as you can see, I definitely like the gradients. I might change this one up a little bit, but it's more or less done. It looks good from farther away, so I'm not bothered. But yeah, like I said, plenty of exterior wall details still to be done on the sides, and then interior detail as well. I don't quite know what I want to do for the entrance here. I got to mix up the roof a bit, add some cobblestone, maybe some andesite in there as well. And then I got to place some more workstations and whatnot. I figured I was just gonna kind of throw them all over the place. Not sure what I want to do back here yet. I do want to make a little trash bin out of this where I can just throw the items in, and there'll be a hopper minecart underneath or something like that that spits it out.
into a dispenser and then into lava. And then in here, we're just going to port over our enchanting table. So I'm probably just going to use my Silk Touch pickaxe, break those bookshelves, and then bring that stuff over. So yeah, I'm going to finish moving stuff over. I'm not sure if I'll get into exterior detail today, but let me at least get all this stuff moved over.
All right, so after we finished the roof detail there, I actually decided to break off and start a villager breeder with the intention of getting a mending villager so that we could, fully gear ourselves out, get a nice tool set, and then move on to our new area. But actually, what ended up happening, as you'll see in a second here, so I got our first villager, I proceeded to loot a bit, and boom, I found a mending villager. I was a bit in shock when that first happened. I couldn't realize it, but locked in his trade real quick, got him in a boat, and now we don't need to make a villager breeder. So bringing this guy back, and we're going to jump into a supercut of me putting mending on all of my tools and armor. All right, so at this point, I actually kind of got fed up with paying 30 emeralds per mending book. So I went to the nether to kill some blaze, get some potion stuff going, and actually came within half a heart of dying here, which is pretty intense. Also, if you guys can figure out where that pigman went, please let me know, because he just kind of disappeared off the screen. Had me real concerned there. But yeah, so got our potion brewed up. Now we're headed back to grab a zombie and get our villager converted. Usually when I do these conversions, I try and get the villager trade down to 1 emerald per book or whatever it is I'm trying to trade for. But in this case, I ended up with 5 emeralds per mending book, which at this point I was more than okay with paying. As like I said, I've been paying 30 emeralds per before, so 5 was cool enough for me. Went ahead and finished getting mending for the rest of my armor, and yeah, I'll catch up with you guys in a second. All right, now in the spirit of finishing our spawn area, I went ahead and detailed out our pathway, carried through that the pathway block, the stripped the jungle logs or jungle planks, and then the coarse dirt all the way throughout. I didn't go ahead and collect rooted dirt. Um, I just wanted to get it done and figured without the rooted dirt, it looked good enough. And so one thing I did after this was go ahead and detail the path with moss all the way around. And as you'll see in a bit, I don't like the way it turned out. I might even go back at some point and remove all the moss. I think it contrasts way too much with the shade of green that the grass is in these what's this biome called? Mushroom forest biome, dark oak forest. Regardless, the moss it's too much of a contrast, and I don't like it at all. So I might go ahead and remove it at some point, but you'll see me start to add some of that in a bit. And yeah, not thrilled with the way it turned out, but we're leaving this area, so I'm not too concerned. Which brings me to my next topic that we're leaving this area. So I was messing around on, oh man, it's not, what's the website? I think it's called Chunk Finder. Just looking at the seed, trying to figure out where our biomes are, where the structures are, and found a lovely area that surrounds an end portal. I'll show pictures in the next episode, so you have to tune in for that. But it's essentially the portal is in a valley that's surrounded by mountains, and I just got super, super inspired to build a fantasy, I guess fantasy castle, fantasy base from a movie or set of movies that I've long been a fan of and inspire most of my Minecraft builds. Again, I'll get into more detail in the next episode. I don't want to spoil anything just yet, but it's an amazing area. It's got me way more inspired than this one. To be honest, I wasn't getting overwhelmed by the terrain of this, but like, I don't know, I just couldn't picture things as clearly as I could with this new place. So yeah, go ahead and wrap this up. As you can start to see now, the moss block is really clashing with that dirt, and it's just way too much randomness. I think if I do this in the future, I'll just leave it as the path random, and then the grass blocks will be uniform or whatever, a nice texture or something. But all right, now to finish off today's video, we're going to do a bridge time lapse. Probably my favorite thing to build is bridges, especially diagonal ones. Huge fan of the way they always come out. I don't know, there's just something about creating those curves in Minecraft that I just really enjoy. So yeah, finishing off with a bridge that I should have built episode 1, connecting us to our little mining area. But this is pretty much going to wrap up our spawn area. I didn't do anything inside the actual castle tower there, because as I changed my mind with what our plans were, I was more okay with leaving it there as like a decorative piece. So yeah, didn't quite finish that, but I'm okay with that. I honestly really want to get into this new area, start building there, and start making videos on that stuff. So yes, that's going to be it for me today. Still a bit of this time lapse to go. So again, for the last time today, I'm going to cut back to some music, and thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, the whole nine, and I'll see you guys in the next video.